So tell us, for people that haven't heard about the auction, a little bit about this auction.
Well, we're really excited about the sale. We have over 1,900 lots. It takes place September 29th, 30th, and October 1st, next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And we have things ranging from Jurassic Park, Jaws, Star Wars, Star Trek. But then we go back. We have even Citizen Kane handwritten or annotated scripts from by Orson Welles from his collection. When he was writing and directing Citizen Kane. So I mean, we've got all kinds of things. Norma Desmond, another nice vintage piece. We have the Gloria Swanson rhinestone eagle motif, choker that she wore in Sunset Boulevard when she was watching herself in her home theater. So we literally have something for everybody in this sale. So I know that there's something that's going to make someone excited.
Is there some favorite pieces that you think that people should know about?
Oh, favorite pieces, the list is too many. I love Forbidden Planet, for instance, and we even have the fish, the prehistoric fish sculpture maybe you've taken a picture of it already, that was at Morbius's foyer. We have Morbius's costume. We have a laser rifle that actually lights up from Forbidden Planet and a laser pistol that lights up from it. And one of the force field generators. So we have a really nice ensemble of items from Forbidden Planet, which is regarded one of the best early sci-fi films out there. And of course I love Jaws. We have Quint's harpoon gun. We've got some of the flotation. One of the flotation barrels is machete. We've got some great things. Another thing, of course, the blockade runner, which I'll show you in a little bit. It's the very first spacecraft you see in the beginning of the Star Wars. It's the one that Princess Leia and C-3PO and R2 were in. But that thing we're expecting it could fetch as much as $500,000. So even Fonzie's motorcycle from Happy Days. We have Evel Knievel's motorcycle, his Stratocycle from Viva Knievel. The Ideal made the toy of the motorcycle with a fairing and wings. It's a beautiful piece. You'll see that too. So I don't know. I just like trying to pick your favorite child. I don't have a one supreme favorite piece.
Awesome. So where can people find out all the information about the auction?
The whole auction is posted online. All you have to do is log on to profilesinhistory.com, and you can download different formats, a flip book, a PDF, or you can go to invaluable.com and find Profiles in History's link, and you can see it that way. But people can bid in person. They can be bid by phone, and you can bid by internet, and so we cater to everybody. We're a Swiss Army knife of ways to bid. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. what's special about this piece, and this comes straight from the family of Grant McCune, who won the Academy Award for visual effects in Star Wars. He made the miniature and models for the film. But they needed, at the very opening scene, they wanted to come out with a bang and set the tone for the whole film. So Princess Leia's ship is, going away from the camera, if you will. Then it's being pursued by the gigantic Star Destroyer. Remember the triangular shaped craft? They wanted to have some bit of forced perspective because the hero, main model for this was 6 feet long. And so it probably about the same size as the Star Destroyer. So there wasn't enough room on the Dijkstraflex track to create that illusion of distance. So they needed a 16-inch model, and that's exactly what this is. And it's made out of cast aluminum. There are aviation-grade incandescent bulbs that are very bright, but they burn very hot. And so that's why they needed to make this out of aluminum. Otherwise, a typical resin or styrene construction, it would melt. And so that's why, they had to make it the way they did. And this is, we're really proud to have this piece in our sale, and no telling what it's going to sell for. We have a $200,000 to $300,000 pre-sale estimate, but a few years ago, or several years ago, we sold one TIE fighter that was used, one that actually bumped into Darth Vader's ship, and it came from Richard Edlund's collection, who won the Academy Award for cinematography or visual effects. And that one sold for $402,000. So, I don't know what this is going to sell for, but it should be a lot.
So for fantasy fans, because I see a lot of science fiction, for fantasy fans, do you have anything in the auction that might pique their interest?
Fantasy fans, well, we do have some pretty cool Lord of the Rings items. We have, the Hobbit feet worn by Sean Astin's character as Samwise. We have Eowyn's sword. We have a Rohirrim costume. We have a number of items from Lord of the Rings, and so I don't know if that fits fantasy for you. It fits the bill?
Yes.
But, yeah, so anyway, it's pretty cool. We have an orc mask and, parts of some orc weaponry and so forth. So, we have that. Certainly Indiana Jones is fantasy as well, if you wanted to, go to that realm. So, we have Indy's hat. We have his whip with a letter signed by Harrison Ford for his whip. He donated it years ago to a museum because they were building a wing for archaeology, and he donated it for charitable purposes to raise funds for the building of that wing. So, we've got that. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to think of what other fantasy type items that we do have. So many things fall under that realm. Comics, I don't know if you heard about the George Reeves Superman costume. We have that, and that's the best television costume ensemble on the planet. I mean, it comes with the visual effects flying pan that he actually was resting on when they brought this far off the gimbal, and so he wouldn't hurt himself, because after the first season, he was suspended by wires, and one of the wires broke, and he really hurt himself. And so he didn't want to have any part of it unless they devised a better way of doing it. So we have his boots, full-on costume, belt, everything, even his muscle suit underneath. We have that, and that's going to be, we have $100,000 to $150,000, but again, I think that's very conservative. It should sell for over $200,000.
Now, I noticed there were some puppets, and Muppets are very hot right now. What were those puppets that I saw up there?
Well, those puppets have already sold.
No!
Last week we sold 1,500 lots from Glee for 20th Century Fox, and there was a particular episode that they hired the maker of Muppets. He worked for the Muppet Creature Shop and so forth, and but anyway, he created those, one for each character, and so we sold those last week.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
found a new home.
So people need to get on it.
Yes, but we have sold some Muppets in our last sale. They're very rare, I have to say. Very few of them have gotten out. We had the Prawn. And also Gonzo. We sold the Gonzo puppet last year. But so, whenever we have our chance to get our hands on one, we will.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.